See how happy everyone is? Everyone's dancing, playing
Yeah.
music, chopping fish heads.
I can tell this has a happy ending already. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to PlayStation Underground. On today's show, What Remains of Edith Finch, and I am joined by Justin, my friend and colleague. Hello, sir.
Hey there.
This room smelled very, very familiar.
That's funny.
That part of him lived on.
Yeah.
We are playing the gorgeous, narrative-based What Remains of Edith Finch from Giant Sparrow, correct?
That's right. Yeah, we wanted to shine a light on a game that some folks might have missed, but we really think deserves some attention. So if it's all right, I'm just going to go ahead and dive into Lewis's story here. This is Edith Finch's brother, Lewis, and we're going to find out what happened to him in life and how he died.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Okay, so I got to chop some fish heads off here.
Okay, looks like
He
Lewis.
kept working at the cannery,
Worked at a cannery.
but
Yep.
he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
And you'll see here that things start to get a little more interesting. So now I'm using the right stick to move the hand around and chop the fish heads off, but then
Wonderful.
I can use the left stick to move around here.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then
So I'm having to
something
navigate this labyrinth while I'm chopping these fish heads off.
bats. And
This
toads.
seems like how I envision my workday as well.
So yeah, I really wanted to highlight this part of the game because this was actually the first experience that I had with this game. Before it came out, I got to play a preview build,
Things that had not
and
names.
this impressed me so much that it just instantly got me interested in What Remains of Edith Finch.
knew it was
So I
all in
wanted to
his
kind of
head.
share that with some other folks here too.
But he
Yeah,
took it very
this is
seriously.
one of the best
I
things
had hoped he'd find himself.
about gaming is when we get a little experimental, when we start to push the boundaries of what is a game, what is interactive, what is story, and
Yeah. Check out the lighting on that
Yeah.
door as you move around.
that's fantastic. But I can't just stop staring at the fish.
But he found something more. I worried about him then,
Oh, oh.
daydreaming at the cannery.
You got to manage multiple things at once here. It gets tricky.
Now, is there a fail state
I
if you
spoke
let the
with his
fish
boss.
pile up too far?
I actually haven't tried it. You
All right,
want
let's
to
not-
sit
no,
here for
no,
10
no, no.
minutes? And
Employee.
we can find out.
Don't fail.
Tireless, focus. Like a whole new Lewis.
So yeah, What Remains of Edith Finch is a,
So I
as you
must
can
move
tell,
on.
it's a very narrative-driven experience. It is a game that, if you decide to check this out, I would recommend trying to play through it in one sitting if you can. It takes,
even
I don't know,
can't.
probably 3 or 4 hours to get through the whole game.
seemed very
But
promising
it's
at
very powerful. It's a great story, and I think that it's well served by being
He
played
told me
straight
he'd
through
made
in
a
one
new
shot.
friend.
Can I pet the dog? Oh no, I
No,
can't
you
pet the
can
dog!
you can interact with it.
No! Okay, fine.
Game over. No dog petting.
I'm
On
gonna
the
need
edge
a
of
patch
city he
deployed
named
stat.
Lewis Topia.
That's pretty fun.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Yeah,
That's how
everybody's dancing.
That's how I dance also.
This is a happy story.
I sure hope so, Justin, because this couldn't possibly
Talk about
devolve
starting
into
a
something that's pulls at the heartstrings.
Not at all.
And he was always humming.
See how happy everyone is? Everyone's dancing, playing
Yeah.
music, chopping fish heads.
I can tell this has a happy ending
Yeah.
already.
Yep.
Because what imaginary parade with dead fish
He
ends
no longer spoke at the cannery,
on a better note?
but his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor,
I love this part.
and he won.
Nice little throwback there.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering.
Okay, I'm gonna need some co-host
It became a
participation
game.
for this upcoming part here.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna help me decide which fork I take,
Okay.
which path I go.
Is there a
down.
wrong
Conquer a
choice,
city,
Justin?
then immediately
Not in the
push on.
game, but to me there is.
Okay. Conquer a city.
New Louisville.
New Louisville. Okay. Okay, what's next?
St. Louis.
St. Louis. Yep, makes sense.
He started drifting
This is
away from
beautiful.
our reality.
Another fish.
Minneapolis.
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 Out alone from the cannery.
Oh, jeez.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
So you can see this actually kind of blends whimsy with some fairly serious subject
Oh,
matter
absolutely.
here.
Oh, and you can see the
Okay,
ring.
okay, which way are we
Okay.
going?
He heard rumors of a
Handsome queen, I guess.
handsome queen.
I didn't actually know what I was doing.
The queen was on her own quest for...
Sinister serpents.
Okay. Sinister serpents.
Is she
it
gonna
is.
kill them or harvest them? I must know.
Not really sure, actually.
Let's find out. Oh goodness.
Oh, don't
Oh
run into
goodness.
them.
Yep, don't touch them. Serpents,
Hup.
never a good idea to touch. You should observe them from a safe distance.
Do not
All of
antagonize the
sound of
serpents.
her
Electric guitar.
Electric sitar,
Sitar.
even better.
Absolutely.
Sitars are so
electric
rad.
sitar.
So anybody who is familiar with Giant Sparrow may have played their earlier game, The Unfinished Swan. I was a huge fan of that game, so I was automatically interested in this one. But yeah, it wasn't until playing this section of the game that I kind of had a more clear idea about what it was going to be like, how it was going to play, some of the ideas that it was going to present. So
Oh, you
really,
can't even see the cannery anymore at this point.
His imagination.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see that Lewis's imagination is kind of taken over here.
Is that the handsome queen?
I think so.
Okay.
But
What-
he
Or
was so
maybe
proud
the
of having
handsome
created
queen
it.
servant. Oh, check this out.
Oh my goodness. Justin,
his
it works
own
on so
eyes,
many
He's
levels.
become something greater than a king.
Oh, what is going on, dude? It's too early in the day that we're recording this for my mind to be blown this hard.
So we're actually getting
Someone
close
who's
to the end of the
known success
segment
in
here,
life.
so I will say that let's go ahead and do our outro now, and then when the segment ends, we will end the episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see the fate of Lewis and his kingdom, please, you can get What Remains of Edith Finch available now on PS4. Justin, thank you so much for joining us and showing us this beautiful and intriguing game.
Thank you, and if you have any interest in narrative storytelling experiences, I would highly recommend that you check out What Remains of Edith Finch on PlayStation 4.
And we'll see you next time on PlayStation Underground.
Heart.